Hello, everyone. Welcome to a legendary playthrough of Halo Reach. I do know some mechanics, so it will not be a complete here and sitting through the entirety of the run. Um, I think if you haven't played Halo Reach yet, you should definitely play it. I also think if you aren't able to afford it, this is a perfect way to watch it or watch other people to play. And I'm happy for you guys checking this out. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is just gonna be an entire playthrough. It's on legendary mode, which is the hardest difficulty. And yeah, it's going to go through, and there's going to be me talking around about some things that happened during my game, and things and some parts that I think are kind of funny, or some parts that are, what is it, leading into like elongated, like things that are elongated and stuff like that. Starting off on this part, we're actually going to meet the entirety of Noble Team, which is the group of Spartans that you're dealing with, that you're going to play with and to be teammates with throughout the entirety of the game. So the person that was holding the helmet right then and there, that was my character. Obviously Commander C66. Wearing green, you see the helicopter land, and just like that, there's my character. He's getting out of the car, and then right now I'm gonna stop talking. I'll be quiet, and you guys can meet the other people.
Contact with Visegrad Relay was lost last night. All signals flatlined at 2600 hours. I responded with trooper fire teams, which have since been declared MIA.
And now you're sending us.
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Commander.
So that's our new number 6.
Cat, you read his file?
Only the parts that weren't covered in black ink.
Anyone claim responsibility, sir?
Oni thinks it might be the local insurrection. 5 months ago, they pulled a similar job on Harmony. Hit a relay to take out our eyes and ears, then stole 2 freighters from dry dock. That cannot happen here. Reach is too damn important. I want that relay back online, Noble One.
Sir, consider it done.
Then I'll see you on the other side. Holland out.
Lieutenant,
Commander, sir.
I'm Carter, Noble Team's leader. That's Cat, Noble 2, Meal and George 4 and 5. You're riding with me, Noble 6. Not gonna lie to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled. Me, I'm just happy to have Noble back up to full strength. Just one thing, I've seen your file, even the parts the Oni sensors didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set. But we're a team. That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear?
Got it, sir. Welcome to Reach.
So now we're gonna get started with the first ever Halo Reach mission called Winter Contingency. So you can see underneath where it says campaign, the disturbance and fencing your power time 15 minutes, par score 15,000. It basically
Listen
is
up, Noble
saying that,
Team. We're
oh,
looking
if
at a
you
downed
can beat
relay
it in through
outpost
this
50 clicks from
time,
Visegrad.
you're
We're gonna
basically on the
introduce ourselves to
average,
whoever took it
and
out,
the
then
par
catch it
score,
and get it
same
back
thing. You're
online.
basically doing it
Get me
off
on
the
the alert,
average.
Commander. So, while the
And
rebels try to
so
cut off Reach from the rest of
right
us,
now, you're
Good
just going to
chance
go
to be
through this
casting,
mission,
George.
and this is basically like the tutorial to an extent. It's obviously I've
Commander,
played
we just
through
lost our signal
Halo
from
Reach
the shield.
once
Backup
before. It
channel.
was not on
There's
legendary, but it was
nada.
on just normal
Can't say what's
difficulty. So
jamming
you'll
us.
see
You heard her. Dead zone
me like
confirmed.
do some
Command will not
skips
be
and do
keeping us
some other
company this
things
trip.
that will
I'm lonely as a
not
thief.
be known.
Shoot down official
So this
license
part
and
right
keep your
here,
distance.
it's actually for
Yes,
me,
sir.
it's one of the most boring parts because you're
Stay
stuck in the
focused.
helicopter for around 26 seconds until you finally get to start landing. They're basically going over like places where like is kind of important to like the story. So, right, the data stress beacon, you investigate, you go through there. I
Copy
do
the mission,
not
troopers.
because
Let's
it's
check it
not
out.
needed. You also that showed the other thing up top, so
Put
now
us
it's
down on
like,
the
oh,
bomb.
locate the district beacon, and now you're finally getting land, and it's trying to get you to run there, but you can actually just skip it if need to.
June, I want your eyes in the sky.
Sir.
Let's go, 6. All right, Noble Team. Spread out. Watch the approach.
So as I jump down from here, I notice on the left there's something moving on my screen. So if you want to ever see this, if you see this right here, the thing I'm shooting at, it actually has a data pack if you are trying to 100% this game. So if you kill it, obviously I didn't get him right at this point, but if you did get him, you would have gotten data pack. I don't have what it says because I don't have a recording of it, but you go through there. When I run down here, this is actually a funny part for me personally, because I try to do a shortcut right here, and when I do it, it rubber bands me back, almost sending me off the map, and I just thought that was hilarious.
Into the house.
Going quiet. Right behind you. Noble leader, I'm seeing heat sinks in the
So at
structure
this
ahead.
part, you'll see me like get to this bridge right here and immediately turn
Commander, be
around
advised, I'm reading heat
because I
signatures
actually
at
wanted to head
directly
back
east
and
of
show
your
you
position.
guys what happens during that
Noble Team,
part.
double time it.
But because I played this mission too many times and I've repeated the game, I usually skip it because it's not needed to stay there. I recommend staying there so you can learn what's happening and what's going on in this mission and also in like the story
Here,
of Noble
Commander, what are you seeing?
from the games. But if for me, I completely forgot about it, so I was like, "Oh shoot!" and I tried to run back, but it was too late. That was it.
Boss, I see movement outside your structure.
Noble 2, move up to the west. We're about to be flanked.
Damn it! Covenant!
Contact! Contact! Spartans, assist!
Here we go.
They're headed into the base
While
camp.
entering in
Move
this
down to the
part,
lower
there's
left.
actually a way to skip this entire fight right here, and the next one that is coming up. All you needed to do is just take the ramp on the right and hide behind
There we
those
go.
pillars.
Yeah, clear.
I don't think I show you, but if you just basically go through there, you can easily skip through this without taking as much damage or potentially dying within your run. Obviously, I was like, oh, I'm just going to fight everything that I see. In the other missions that I do, it does not fully happen, and I start deciding, oh, I can just start skipping things and stuff like that. Not, by the way, it's not this one right here, it's the one above and to the right. So, yeah, it's an easy way to skip it. And then
Noble
you can
leaders,
skip
enemy
this
dropship
one that's coming
inbound.
up right now that you'll see pretty soon. And it
Copy
makes it
2-6.
like it makes the game so much easier at this point because there's no way you get like stuck on this part or anything like that. Like right there, you can easily just skip through that. Like it's not a challenge whatsoever, and you don't have to fight these, and it makes just like going through the mission so much faster.
Stand down, Noble. Stand down. Contacts neutralized.
Contacts? The damn Covenant.
Cheer up, Nick. His whole valley just turned into a free fighter zone. Cat, we got a point hauling. I need you at that relay outpost now. Boss, I'm showing more activity to the east.
Copy that, June. We're on it. 6, you got point.
So at this part, my gameplay gets sped up because I was fighting for like a minute 30 here. I didn't want to waste your guys' time just with one part because there's so much more game you could see. So I just decided that I'm just gonna fast forward it just a bit. So as you can see, I'm shooting like with the 3 round burst though, trying to hit my shots a lot more, just so I can like make it more accurate and take down the enemies a bit. After seeing it backing up behind this tree, I immediately spray it down, take it out, and just like that, all the enemies were gone. Now heading to the next part.
Commander, I'm seeing more hostile activity to the northeast
So at this part, you're now at the driving part. So this is like it teaches you how to drive with like vehicles and stuff like that. You might you're gonna use it later on, or if you play it like multiplayer and any sort of stuff like that, you're gonna learn how to drive the vehicles. So it's all you're doing is basically you're just driving with your like you're looking how you look, or at least for mouse and keyboard. That's how you drive. And so heading up to this part right here, you don't actually have to stop. You can speed
Global
through
leader,
this,
I'm seeing heat
but
sinks
this
as
is
we
just an
prep for the
optional
heavy.
fight that if you want to go through it, you can. And so I decide that, oh, why not? Let's do it. So right here, you're gonna see my gameplay get slightly sped up. So you're gonna see me move slightly faster and just run around. I'm trying to play a bit passive because I don't want to like push into that because in legendary mode, they can take you out in like a couple shots, and it's not it's very bad for me because my play style usually in this game is to rush in and try to get as many kills and like assassinate and melee them. I can't really do that during legendary mode, so I'm like learning new ways to attack while also trying to like live. So now after we took out all the aliens, I just started to explore because I remembered that like I thought there were some secrets here. And little to be known, there was actually one right here. It's a data pack. So if you're gonna go try to find all data packs, that's something you can do. Just at this part, so you can find one at the start, and you can also find one here. And I think there's one more in this mission, but I'm not fully sure because I did not find it. Now leading into me heading back to the car, I'm just trying my best to flip it over. I threw a grenade on accident, which was hilarious because I could have actually died, but I in fact didn't. I was getting rubber banded because of the barrel, but
Control,
other than
showing
that, I
activity
was
to the
like,
east.
okay, time to go to this next
Be
part.
advised to check it out.
Roger. We're en route.
So now heading to this next part, it's actually also not it's also optional to do if you want. I personally do it for two things. One, it's easy to get the to take out the enemies. The second one is actually to get the vehicles because if someone decided to come to us and easily just blow up the vehicle while we accidentally get in it, then immediately we would all die and I would have to reset the what's it called? I have to redo this part and I have to redo like a certain thing. And I personally would not want to do that. So, right, this is actually funny because an easy way to take out any enemy is if they're not looking at you, you can immediately just decide that, oh, I sneak behind them and I melee them. And that's like an
Boss,
insta kill no
picking
matter
up that
what,
distress
because
signal.
it's like you're assassinating them,
Mayday.
like you're hitting
3
them in the
Charlie
back.
6. Does anyone read?
So
We were attacked by
after I
Covenant
take out all the
forces.
enemies, I'm
Covenant
just
is
like,
en route.
oh, I think
Repeat,
there's
the
some
Covenant
stuff
is en
here that I
route.
remember at
The
least,
troopers?
but I think I was
Move it,
wrong
six.
and I don't
We gotta find the
actually
source of
find
that
anything.
distress call.
No
But it was
distress,
not that
Captain.
long
No
of an
immediate
actual
motive
fight.
known. Things
And now
moving
we're
from the
heading back
ground up
to not
stays.
the newer car that we got, heading to the next part, which slowly leads us
Global
to
leader,
where
I'm
we
seeing
meet
possible friendly forces
the
under
crew
attack
again.
south of your position. Over.
We're under attack. I repeat, Mayday. Mayday. 3 Charlie 6. We are under attack by the Covenant. I got wounded. Cannot hold this position.
We need to find those troopers now.
Look out!
Hostile transport coming in. Noble 3.
So at this part right here, you see me go ahead and I grab the DMR because preferably the DMR has better accuracy for me. So I picked that gun up, and now I'm running away from the fight, which most of you guys may think that's like, why is he running away? Is he just gonna let everyone else do it? So instead, what I do is I am going to actually fight it, but first I take this little spot. So this is what I call the bridge. So this bridge right here is the like spot I like to use after I take out some enemies. But this bridge allows me to take out enemies from afar without them even knowing where I am. So you see me shoot some just to get the people low so they can't kill other things. So now I run up here and now I'm heading where I call the bridge. So this bridge right here, I'm strafing, trying my best not to fall. And so now I can stand up here and I can see the enemies easily and just able to shoot them. Carter and George run to me, which is actually kind of funny because there's nothing here and they're not actually defending for anything. So I see them both down and I'm jumping to see them. There is fall damage, that's why you see me take this route instead. If there was no, I would have jumped off, but you can slide down a like mountain to get down to the ground easily.
If you need me,
And so just for fun, you can easily punch them, they will not die whatsoever. I'm just going through. Those things you can shoot, which I do because it's like known in the community. Like you shoot those as much as you
Noble
can.
leader, be advised, I have
There are the
visual on
grunts. I'm
inbound
just
Covenant
punching things
soldiers.
right now, waiting for the next what is it? Covenant ship to come down and we have more enemies. So I'm just trying my best to
Corporal Travis, sir.
pass the
3
time.
Charlie.
The new
What's the
objective
covenant?
We
means
know,
that
Corporal.
some are coming.
Let's
He
get
was
you out of here.
talking.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember what he says, but he was just talking, so I was listening. I was just looking at each person,
Need me,
Be
sis?
advised,
trying to
hostile
basically
dropship
stall
inbound.
time because I didn't want to just like sit there. So now we're seeing them drop, and this part right here is just basically a fight where I didn't go on the bridge and I decided, oh, might as well just push them. To an extent, obviously I stayed back because I didn't want to die. The things on the left, or not on the left, on the right, are the challenges I have that were not just for this mission, but for other things. Because I'm using with remembering what I said that you can assassinate anything by going behind its back and just punching it. So that's what I'm trying to do at this point. I'm like secretly like sneaking around, trying my best to not make as much noise. I do get caught, which kind of sucks because now I'm getting low and I can't really fight them because I know I would lose by health. And you see me start immediately panicking because I'm at basically like one hit, I'm dead. So now I'm playing distance. So I was doing my best to try to assassinate, just couldn't get it in time, and I decided, oh shoot, I'm about to die. So I quickly run over just to grab a health pack just so I can get to full health, leading on to the next part
Affirmative.
of
Transport inbound.
this entire what is it,
Pop that
mission.
bird on the double. Pilot, stay close. Watch for hostile air.
So to quickly get by this, all you are right now is you're just in a helicopter viewing like the sky and the road to get to this next part, which is at like this base where there's covenants. But as right now, there's really nothing you can do. You're just there to sit and like basically watch. And for me, this is also pretty boring. So it's gonna be fast forward just a bit, just so we can at least get to the base in time and not spend as much time just sitting here watching at the road. So now we're at the base, and what's happening is he's gonna tell us to land. So now once we land here, we're immediately gonna get out and immediately start dealing with covenants. So basically the enemies of the game. So you can see me like playing back using the DMR, preferably trying to get easy headshots on these people, on the enemies. So I'm doing that as much as I can. Now you're gonna see me turn around, head up these stairs. So these stairs right here has a cool little thing called an armor lock. And an armor lock is basically something where it tenses up your armor, allowing you to not deal with grenades. So right here. And while recording this, I was like, okay, I should do like a showing video, like all these like hidden things that are there. And I was remembered, and I don't do it in any other video because I'm like that takes too long. And also like I don't know everything about this game, like where every secret is. I haven't 100% it, but it was like, oh, why don't I just show you? I try to like see if there's anything up top, maybe like a data pack or something, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So I immediately jumped down and I was like, yo, that is a forklift. Let's be forklift certified. And so I do. So I drive it into the base because I thought it would be hilarious. So at this part, you see the video get sped up because I was literally just sitting in this forklift. There's nothing else to say. I get out eventually just to help him, but then like I start taking out some enemies. I try my best, and it's sped up because it literally I just was sitting there. So the entire thing kind of was like waiting. You're waiting for this door to close, and then I'm like, okay, we'll just get back. So now we're just watching everyone fight right here while I'm doing nothing, just sitting in a forklift, and it was kind of boring. So I don't recommend anything. And now the objective is fall back. So since I'm already in there, we're waiting for everyone else to enter. And I mean, holy shoot, look at how many what is it, explosions there are and everything. Like it was crazy. But now since the bunker is closed, we're out to this we're almost done with the mission. And so now what we're dealing with is going through a door and going out to this next checkpoint. So right here you can see I'm at the door just waiting. And once the store opens, just like that, we're able to go through and slick around and with my forklift. And so what I tried to do instead of actually going to the main part, I wanted to just explore to see what I could do with the forklift, see if I can potentially like break or like find something that I can do. We see someone sitting down over there, and I don't head there yet. I just still try to see if I can explore and go through some stuff. But since I haven't and I couldn't do anything yet, I was basically, oh, what if I can get into this corner? So I tried my best to, but there was actually kind of like a block. Then I was like, oh shoot, my forklift's getting stuck. And so now I had to like reverse it out, and now I'm heading to where it's pinging me to go, which is like what I actually needed to do. So now heading here, it put me into a cutscene. I'll let you guys
Where's
just
the
watch
rest of
it.
your unit?
We got split. I don't think they... It sounded bad on the comms.
All right, Corporal. Stay put. We'll get you a combat surgeon.
Damn. Plasma damage.
Found something.
I'll take that, Six. Not your domain.
I got a live one over here.
Come on. Archie, come.
Menjaninen! Nie! Hadun beken!
It's all right. We're not gonna hurt you.
Jori, nie!
George.
I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
Meg. Itvanak.
It's over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
That Tango group has permission to pursue.
Negative 4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
All right, now we're inside. Gonna deal with some enemies. Just number one, dealing with all the music that popped up from the cutscene. My favorite, one of my favorite audios from Halo Reach entirety. I loved that music. The guitar riff was great. So now we're dealing with the enemies. So these enemies are basically trying to like get us to not go forwards into the hole where basically the zealots went. So we're having to go ahead and explore. And so while exploring, we're like dealing with a bunch of enemies that are like from corners and other stuff like that. All we're trying to do basically was fight it. So now you see I took some damage, but it was not that bad. So you still see me like slowly push up. I hide just in case I don't get shot. I saw the zealot threw a grenade out. Just basically trying my best to play my life. Because if I die, it's gonna reset. It's gonna take forever. Didn't know if one was down there, so I threw a grenade. And so now we're at this part, which this is really close to the ending. All you need to do is do take down a couple enemies, and you'll be perfectly set. I see some on some sides. I swing, and grunts are the most easiest things to take down. And then whilst looking out, I was trying to make sure if there was nothing that was gonna come attack me. And so I see this is what is it, alien just sitting in the corner waiting. So I just like, oh, we can just easily, constantly shoot him. So I do. I shoot him and then he dies. And I was like, wait, is that it? And to be honest, almost. And so what he's holding is an energy sword, and an energy sword on legendary mode is the most scariest thing ever because it will instantly kill you. So now I'm hiding behind George because I was scared. I was like, if he pushes me, I'm dead. I try to shoot his arm, none of it hits, and he starts running. So I hide behind George, and I mean, George is a champ. I mean, like, look at him taking out the what is it? The energy sword, constantly getting hit. So now we just pick up the energy sword because it's a funny weapon to hold, and you can see like my hand gets like what is it? Gets like deformed a bit, and then we reset the junction, and that was it. And that's the first mission. So here's the final cutscene of what
How
happens,
long?
and I'll be quiet and I'll let you watch it.
If the question is when will the station be back online, 2 weeks earliest. This is plasma damage. All major uplink components are fried,
2 minutes is too long.
which is why I'm splicing into the main overland bundle to get you a direct line to Colonel Holland. You're in my light, Commander.
Find out what she knows.
What's your name? Do you live around here? Arnevin George.
Shara.
Shada. C'est Nev. Your accent sounds familiar. Shopron?
Tangari.
Friend of yours?
Father.
Sha'ainalong. I'm sorry.
Why would you be?
Big man forgets what he is sometimes.
She just lost her father. She needs a full psychiatric workup.
She's not the only one.
Lock it down, both of you. Get her on her feet. The body stays here.
Thank you, sir.
Signal. It's patchy, but it's there.
I'll take it.
Let's not touch anything. We wouldn't want to ground this place.
Barely getting you. What's your situation? Over?
Colonel, this is Noble One. There are no rebels. The Covenant are on Reach. Acknowledge?
Come again, Noble One? Did you say Covenant?
Affirmative. It's the Winter Contingency.
May God help us all.
So throughout this run, I've died a couple times. So here are my deaths. So at this first one right here, it was actually kind of painful from looking at it now. An alien goes behind me and melees me. And like I said, in, what is it? The past of this video, that you can get killed immediately. So here, I was just trying to see how long I can live outside of this base right here. So I get down pretty low and I'm trying my best to live, but I get hit from another one. And then while reloading, a grunt goes behind me and immediately kills me. Did not see it whatsoever. Then at this part, I was basically trying to show off the bridge where I usually go to take out enemies from afar. And I decide to strafe. And while strafing, I slid and I jump off the bridge. And in Halo, there is in fact fall damage, as you can see from what just happened. At this next part here, it was also, this is a bit funny, but to me it was kind of sad. I got hit once and I thought, oh, there's only one verse. And then I get hit 3 more times, instantly killing me, not allowing me to move whatsoever. At this part right here, I was basically trying to like live. So I was like, okay, we're gonna play back. We're gonna try my best to live at this part. And I get hit right here, and I get once, and I get hit again, immediately killing me. So the other time I died 4, and this time I died 2 times. Or died by it twice. This one was funny. I wanted to take the forklift, and because I'm so used to using F, which is my grenade key, I accidentally press F and then hit E to get into it. And then at this death right here, I basically was just pushing up with the forklift, trying to build myself cover. Someone threw a grenade, and immediately, boom, I was dead. These are all my deaths. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please give me a like and a subscribe. Thank you so much.